All right, boys and girls, Chevy released a retention letter yet again for the ZR1. If you're one of those looking to buy the ZR1 and you don't know what the retention letter is, I'm going to explain it to you because flipping a supercar has become a business. And Chevy doesn't want you to do that, at least not yet. So let's get into it. No intro. We're not going to do any intro today. We're just going to jump right into it. So if you're buying a ZR1 Corvette, be prepared to keep it for at least 1 year. We have the Motor One article here. So if you flip a ZR1, you'll be barred from buying high demand Chevys forever. And you're also going to void the vehicle's warranty. So let's get into it. It says Chevrolet is enacting a strict policy to ensure buyers of its 2025 Corvette ZR1 and that they don't flip the car for an easy payday, at least not yet for a year. Look, legally you could sell the car, you could buy it today and sell it tomorrow. But if you're one of those guys that are looking to maybe buy from a second hand, meaning waiting, I'm going to wait till somebody buys it and then I'll get it. Or if you didn't get an allocation, or if for XYZ reason you couldn't get it from the dealer and you're going to buy it from somebody, you better make sure that that person has owned the car for at least a year, because it's going to void the warranty. Now we're going to go over the letter. This is the letter here. It says, congratulations on your decisions to purchase or lease a high-powered variant. That's a little weird how they said that. Of the 2025 Corvette. If you are part of an exclusive group of customers with the opportunity to acquire one of the most powerful sports cars in the history of Corvette. Given the limited quantity of these special variants, sales are reserved for true Chevy enthusiasts. We are proud to have you as a customer, and we want you all loyal customers to receive the superior Chevrolet experience provided by their preferred dealer. So, avoiding speculations on who might try to resell the Corvette variant on the secondary market, we encourage you to cherish this special vehicle and maintain possession of the applicable timeframes below. Now remember, this was out for the E-Ray and for the CL6 Corvette. When the first CL6 Corvette came out, it was out for a year, meaning you had to keep a retention of the vehicle, or you have to keep the vehicle before selling it for a year. They dropped that down to 6 months, and it says Corvette E-Ray and CL6 6 months retention policy for the Corvette ZR1 is a 1 year retention policy. So, and it tells you in the bottom what are the effects if you end up selling it before the year. The dates illustrated above start the day you take delivery of the vehicle. If you decide to sell it or otherwise transfer ownership of the 2025 Corvette E-Ray CL6 or ZR1 within the first 6 to 12 months after delivery, you will be ineligible to place vehicle reservation or place a sold order with a dealer for certain high demand models as identified by General Motors, including but not limited to future Chevrolet Corvette models. You have the Zorro coming out. There's a bunch of stuff going and coming from Chevrolet. This is a risk you don't want to take, because if they drop a high demand model or something insane, you're going to be cut off from that list. So, now the next one says the bumper-to-bumper powertrain, sheet metal, and electrical vehicle propulsion, meaning for the E-Ray only, tire and accessory coverage under GM's new vehicle limited warranty will be voided, and this does not include the EV battery warranty cover, which will not be voided. Whoever buys the vehicle is buying the vehicle, and if the vehicle breaks, God forbid, is all at your cost, because now the vehicle has no warranty. And then on the bottom it says, please sign below, with the vehicle, with your name and the VIN number or whatnot. So if you decide that you're buying this vehicle secondhand from somebody, you better make sure that that person has owned it for at least a year, because you're buying a Corvette ZR1, CL6, or E-Ray with no warranty. Doesn't matter the miles, doesn't matter if the person drove it for 20 miles, for 30 miles. If you're buying a secondhand, you better make sure you're owning it. They have owned it for a year, because you're going to buy a vehicle that has no warranty. And trust me, if a Corvette ZR1 or a CL6 breaks on you, you do not want to pay that at cost. And again, if you own the car, it's because you could afford it, but the warranty is something that's needed. It says sellers who are found to be in violation of the policy. Again, it explains what we talked about. A Chevrolet spokesperson confirmed the authenticity of the letter to Motor One, adding that this policy has been in effect since the C8 generation CL6 when it went on sale in 2023, which is what we said, that it was a year, and then it's down to a 6 month. Flipping supercars is a huge business, and the ZR1 is a highly desirable vehicle, and Chevy can't build enough to satisfy the demand. That means those not lucky enough to get an allocation are willing to pay above MSRP for early access to the car, giving owners lots of incentives to sell soon after taking delivery. Yeah, you could sell it way over retail price. As this letter points out, Chevy would prefer if you cherish the ZR1 and use it, and rather than treat it like an investment piece, we're inclined to agree. Drive your cars, people. That is exactly what you bought it for. Absolutely. Look, let's just put an example. Let's say the Corvette ZR1 is worth $200,000. Allocations are going out. You're not able to get one because there's a short number on it. Now you're willing to pay over MSRP at a minimum. You're going to pay anywhere between $50,000 to $60,000 over MSRP. And people who buy these cars and get these allocations know exactly what it is and how the business works. It's the same thing with sneakers. Some sneakers are limited edition. People hit the jackpot at the lottery with Nike or Adidas, and then they flip the sneakers for a certain amount of money. We're obviously talking about a huge different amount of money, but sorry about that, boys. My camera cut off. I didn't charge the battery last night. Anyway, so there you have it. If you own the ZR1 Corvette, you have this retention letter. You got to own it for at least a year before you sell it, and be careful. If you didn't get an allocation and now you want to buy this vehicle, are you going to be willing to take that risk that it doesn't have a warranty? Because it's going to come without a warranty. That is for sure. CO6, E-Ray, or ZR1, it fits the bill. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think this is a good thing. I think, you know, ultimately at the end, you're going to be able to sell the vehicle a year after, so you have no issues with that. It's just you got to own it for at least a year. But anyways, be careful, guys. If you didn't get an allocation and you are willing to pay that extra, just remember the vehicle is not going to come with any warranty. Anyways, if you guys are rocking with the content, hit that thumbs up and the subscribe for your boys. I'll read you in the comments.